sir.
Yeah, Nishant. You can start the video of
Uh,
yours.
yeah, I'm starting. Yeah, hi, sir.
So, Nishant, students have joined, I think, 1,000 people, I think we will be touching. Just a minute. For the chatting, I started the mobile even.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Nishant, am I audible to you? The audio, video, fine?
Uh, yeah, audio
Okay.
video is fine, sir.
So, how are you? How are you? And how is it days? How the days going on right now? इतना अच्छा कैट का
Um,
हो रहा है. Yeah. How are the days now?
Thanks a lot, sir, for the appreciation. And the day is going pretty well, but I have started the GDPI prep because it's the half battle one.
Mm-hmm.
So still
So you
GDPI
would be
part is there.
expecting calls from every place, I think.
Yeah, not every place, but yeah, most of the desirable calls will be getting.
So Nishant, straight away moving to the elephant in the room. Uh, the students, whoever the are right now in this session, are basically the prospective students, the people who are going for CAT, and you can easily understand. Let's say, एक साल पहले, whatever you were feeling, मतलब 1 year from now, the same feelings people are going through. So my point is, what are the things you would like to say to the students, and what is your I would say guidance for any prospective students who is going for CAT 2025?
First of all, we as human beings rush too much. Like, firstly, we have to slow down our pace because it's like December is ending and January we will be getting to the January. So we should slow down our pace and focus on fundamentals for the first few months. Like, forget everything, just focus on the fundamental building, like language skills, logical skills, or number skills. These are the most important thing, not just for CAT exam, even for XAT as well. So I'll suggest to listen to the mentors, mm, and try to focus on the fundas first. Because if funda is not at place, then it will be very difficult to get through this process because uh, our mind gets trained slowly. And if we are getting trained in the right direction, it will help us to achieve those scores in effortless manner at the end of the day. If we will go ahead and do random stuffs, it will take a lot of labor and will not reflect in the actual results as well. So I'll just say in one word, like, don't rush, slow it down at this time.
Nishant, if I want to go section wise, let's say, some people are like, let's say, from the engineering background, these people are good in maths, and even DLR comes easy to them. But there are many people who are non-engineers and people who are not very fluent in maths. So I would just like to you to address both of the sections of the people, and even ये अगर हम इसको पूरी strategy को क्वांट वर्बल और डीएलआर में डिवाइड करें, और आप सेक्शन वाइज अगर बता पाएं प्रोस्पेक्टिव स्टूडेंट्स को कि कैसे हाउ टू गो अबाउट इट इन.
Uh, Firstly, I talk about verbal because I'm not that great in verbal. I can guide in DLR and QA, but I felt right in the beginning like you need core comprehension skill in VARC because we are not reading books. We are just like memorizing stuffs and doing things in exam. So core comprehension skill is not there. So we have to build that thing first of all in VARC before jumping on the question solving. So that part that should be addressed in VARC. I feel that's the most important thing. In DILR, basic fundas are important. Like if someone is able to inculcate like habit of Sudoku solving or Kakuro solving, this kind of puzzles, it will help them to deal with the numbers and then slowly getting onto the difficult puzzles and never rush while solving puzzles. Like sometimes we are so impatient, like we are solving puzzles for 10 minutes and we just want to see the answer like why I'm not able to arrive at the right answer. Sometimes, but we have to push it further, like leave at that point and then come back, because sometimes we are thinking about the same thing again and again, making the same mistakes again and again. We can take a break and then come back, and then we can arrive on the solution. That part should be done in the DLR part, because if we saw the solution, we get the placebo effect, like false effect, like yeah, I know this thing, मुझे पता है ये कैसे solve होता है, and we get satisfaction from that thing. So that should be avoided at not just the starting point, even in the mid phase or in the end phase as well. And in the QA part, it's most of the things are fundamentals. Like it's not the engineer stuff or like integration is not asked,
Correct.
differentiation is not asked, basic things are asked. Like if we take a question of arithmetic, basic time speed distance concept, like distance is equal to speed into time, this formula can be applied in almost all the question. But the thing is, we have to comprehend the question well, we have to think in terms of the scenarios given, then we can apply it. Like application based paper, formulas are simple, most of the people are running behind the shortcuts, like what are the shortcuts here and there, we can apply and we can plug in the answers. So those are not the right approaches for the exams like CAT and ZAT. That may work in Snap, because it's a short exam and many questions are there like plug-in options. But in CAT or ZAT, we have to focus on the funda part. Like without fundamentals, without knowing why distance is equal to speed into time, we cannot do that sum, because it's mostly application based. Like I'm giving example on the time speed because most of the people are comfortable with arithmetic part, and this is one major mistake. Almost most of the aspirants do. They focus too much on arithmetic and less on algebra. They think like algebra is very tough, but it's not. Like basic things are asked in quadratic, but we have to think, we have to push forward to think in those terms, in x's and y's terms. So that should be addressed. They should not complicate too much. Like sometimes I saw in the Telegram group, few people are sending uh, like binomial expression questions, and they are useless for
Correct.
the cat thing. So they should solve relevant stuffs, good challenging stuffs, but not irrelevant tough. That should be the thing for the
So
QA
the
thing.
point you're saying is the basic should we should be concentrating upon.
Yeah, that is the most important thing.
And what about the DLR you have done?
Yeah.
Verbal, if you're taking about the comprehension and even the critical reasoning part, how do you deal with that?
Uh, if the comprehension part is done, then the techniques which are taught in the classroom will suffice, I guess. Well, it's
Hmm.
more than enough, because mentors are trained in those aspects. We will be trained in solving questions, but if our comprehension skill is not good, then however like great the process is, like elimination process, it will not work. If we cannot comprehend or cannot get the main idea, the elimination skills will not work. So the core comprehension is the like most important thing, I
And
feel.
how should we
Rest
should be
of the things
pacing it?
will be taken care.
Yes, how we should be
Uh,
pacing it? Like let's say अभी एक साल है, so how we should pace?
hmm.
Like should I complete my whole course, let's say by June, July, and then we'll go for one more attempt? How you uh, plan the mock and everything? What exactly should the pace of any prospective student, कोई भी student अगर prepare कर रहा है, तो उसका क्या strategy होना चाहिए on the basis of pacing and even time management? एक साल है पूरा.
Okay. So the first of the most important thing, cat is, you also know, sir, like cat is a journey, not the destination. You cannot prepare
Correct,
for it fully. Even if we give like 4 or 5 years, then also few or the other
correct.
parts will be missed. So it should be like process driven thing. So I am reading one passage, like philosophical level one passage, like easy concepts are given. Then level two passages, like we have to understand our thought process. Like, are we able to comprehend the things in the right direction? So we can do it slowly, and most importantly, uh, consistency is the most important thing. Like if someone is putting in 3 to 4 hours every day consistent, is far better than someone who is starting in June and putting in like 7 8 hours, because it's a slow development, like mindset development is there. So every day if someone is reading for half an hour or 35 minutes 40 minutes, that person will get trained. So
Okay.
most
Okay.
should be
Okay.
I would not need to
निशांत फिर ऑडियो
yeah.
ब्रेकिंग है आपका ऑडियो ब्रेक हो रहा है
Yeah, okay. Now is it fine, sir?
हाँ जी अब वॉइस आ रहा है आपका
Is it fine?
हाँ जी हाँ जी यस
Okay.
इज द
Okay.
इंटरनेट फाइन एट योर
Yeah.
एंड
So yeah, actually I was receiving a call, that's why network got
अच्छा ओके
interrupted.
कोई बात नहीं अब
So
थोड़ी देर
yeah,
हम
internet is
बंद कर
fine.
रहे हैं
Yeah.
सेशन हाँ जी अच्छा निशांत as part of the event some students even are not asking for the
Yeah.
mocks and everything so how many mocks a person should plan और कब से वो उसे स्टार्ट कर देना चाहिए mocks देने स्टार्ट कब करना चाहिए
If someone is starting, let's say in January,
हम्म
so if I'm assuming that person has lost touch from his or her studies from like last
हम्म
4 or 5 years, so that
हम्म
person will take considerable amount of time in quant. In verbal
हम्म
and DLR, I guess after 2 or 3 months of prep, people can start test taking with
हम्म
like once a week. But for the QA part, we cannot go and write a test without knowing the concepts, because we know we will not be able to solve. But in DLR and VRC, it's more about the time management and this like getting the core skills of solving puzzles or passages. So I will suggest um, in April month or May month, someone should start sectional tests of VARC and DILR specifically, not QA.
हम्म
QA should be started in June if someone is able to get through all the concepts, at least level 2, not level 3, level 2 concepts in May. Then that person can start in June or July. If someone is like struggling, then also I will suggest start writing mocks from July onwards. That will help.
okay
Like, yeah, that will help to build a stamina and to select the right questions as well. Because at the end of the day, it's not about solving every question. It's about picking up the right questions in the exam. For example,
correct
uh,
selection is
yeah, for example, I got a remainder question in CAT, and it
correct
was a very easy question. And at that time, I forgot how to do it. But I thought, let's do other questions. Even after leaving those questions, I got 15 questions correct in quant, even after leaving that easy question. So
what was
it
your
should
slot
third.
okay
Yeah. So
okay
that is my point. Like question selection should be the top. I have seen many people who are having good knowledge
हम्म
still fumble a lot because of the thinking that they can solve each and every question. So that thought process in CAT actually backfires. So thought process should be like I'm emphasizing on mocks in July, because if they start taking mocks in July, they will start solving and picking questions from their strength areas. And I have
correct
seen many people who who do well when they have like not covered whole syllabus, and they pick and choose questions. But after completing the syllabus, their marks dips down because they are thinking they know everything, they can solve everything. So they try each and every question. Like first question algebra, I'll solve it. Second question geometry, I'll solve it. But when someone is done with like just arithmetic part, just arithmetic thorough, so he will skip first question, he'll skip second question, then do third, then skip fourth. So question selection is better at that time. But the balance between the question selection and make choosing the strength area, like you are super strong in arithmetic, moderate in algebra, and moderate in geometry. But we have seen like last 2 years, cat algebra is heavy, like tough.
correct
So even
not
if
tough but time taking we cannot call it
time
tough
taking,
yes
like yeah, 40 minutes paper, it can create panic.
हाँ जी हाँ क्रिकेट
So even if I'm having my algebra as a strength, I'll not touch. lengthy questions. But we do those mistakes. Like हम क्या करते हैं, algebra है, graph है, I have done it many times, I'll do it. And in slot 3 there was one graph question. It was extremely lengthy. It was extremely lengthy. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was like min max function was there in the graph, modulus was there in the graph. There were too many equations. So plotting that graph was itself a challenge. So
Okay.
doing that question like will take at least 5 to 6 minutes. So it's as good as wasting 2, 3 easy questions.
Correct. Yes.
So we have to, because of that part, I am telling to start mocks in July because question selections is very important. So it will come slowly. It will not come like in the first mock, I am not selecting well. In the second mock, I'll be selecting every question like pretty well. I know 10 question, I'll do 10 question. My thought process is like out of 22 questions, if we know 15 questions, assume you will be able to solve 8 to 9 questions correctly out of 15. If we know
Correct.
all 22 questions, 15 to 16 questions. So I just like I take it like 5 to 6 questions less from the knowledge part. Like if I know 15, then I can solve 10 in the time pressure. So people discount these factors. So that's why panic comes in the paper and their attempts and their accuracy shatter. So that's the thing.
So
So
Nishant, there are many
mock.
questions in the chat. Just have a look. Uh,
Yes, sir.
should I read it for you? अच्छा
Uh,
एक ट्रेंड का बात है
yes, sir.
इसमें
Can you
एक
highlight few questions?
हाँ one of the question was the trend for CAT 2025. So what do you feel like? Will it be just like
Which question?
2023, 2024?
20. 1 second.
What will be the trend for
What will
CAT
be trend
2025?
for? There is no trend for cat. Expect the unexpected. You will be
नहीं
fine.
फिर भी एक हम ट्रेंड देख रहे हैं ना जस्ट लाइक verbal is gaining more ground compared to quant. Right from अगर हम 18 से देख रहे हैं तो there is a clear trend so we can say.
Mm, yeah, means they are making some drastic change in few of the areas. Like in the DILR part this year, they made drastic change. They introduced graph questions, which was,
Correct.
I guess, in last in 22, and it was just one set. And this year,
Hmm.
it was dominating throughout the all the slots.
Hmm.
So trend wise, like they are more on the number crunching thing. Like they are testing the number crunching calculation skills somehow in the DI. They introduced in the DI part. In verbal this year, they made RC slightly easier, but made complex questions like on the critical reasoning questions.
Correct.
Last year it was
Passage was
opposite.
easy, questions were difficult. Correct.
Yeah, it was CR based questions. Last year it was like
Correct. Hmm.
passages were tough to interpret, but questions were pretty straight.
Correct.
So yeah, these are the thing. So
And how you're
trend.
planning for, let's say, right now you must be planning for the GDPI. So,
Yeah.
let's say, how you're planning for a very important question, and that is why MBA? Why are you
Uh,
doing MBA?
I'm already a software engineer and I have
Hmm.
some inclination towards product management. So I
Hmm.
have some clarity. So MBA will for like surely push my profile upwards and I'll be able to get the good roles and I'll be able to get the good connections for the role I'm aspiring. So that's the motivation to do an MBA for me.
No, I didn't understand. Please come again. I was not able to
Uh,
understand the answer.
okay, so I am a software engineer already and I am
Okay.
interested in product management.
Okay.
Yeah. So an MBA can push me in my careers directly. It will have a direct impact
The
on my
point you're
career
saying is,
transition. Yeah.
the management will teach you to be a good product manager. That's the point you're
Yeah.
making. Because you're in product right
Yeah.
now and
Just
you
not
want to
just
manage.
yeah. Yeah.
So any
I want to learn
specifics?
other aspects as well. It will help.
अच्छा निशांत बेटर है इस आंसर को ना स्किल सेट बेस्ड करो if
Okay.
this answer is a skill set based na, it will have much more relevance. For example, it's not only the management is not only related to specific skill set you should be talking. This is just
Yeah.
like as a teacher, I'm saying. But then
Yeah.
also it's and one more important question which will come forward to you would be, now, why are you choosing a college? Let's say you are in I am Bangalore or I am Calcutta interview, and this question comes to you that why are you choosing I am Bangalore?
So I'm Bangalore. I'm for the product management thing. I'm Bangalore is the like epitome. So I have gone through their courses as well.
Hmm.
Like they teach on many free websites as well,
Hmm.
the government websites. So I have enrolled in that. So I have
Hmm.
gained good insights from that. And plus it has like excellent alumni base, so it will further help me. And I have already been trained like virtually from the faculties of IIM Bangalore.
Okay,
So yeah, I can relate that, and it makes my decision much easier. That's it.
okay.
To go to that.
So any question from the students if you want to take?
Yes, sir. I will. I got 97 percentile. Which colleges should I aim? This is very open-ended question. Can you elaborate? Like 97 percentile, like gem, female. I don't
There's a
know.
one
I'm not
question.
getting it.
There's a one question which says which questions we should be aiming for. For example, if we are preparing for GDPI, what are the questions we should be prepared for?
Honestly, for the GDPI part, I have just started. So
Okay,
I'm not the
it's
right
okay.
person to guide in the terms of GDPI. I'm still
Okay,
a learner in this part.
okay.
Yeah.
Chalo, I think they're just putting the same question, the increased questions. How many marks did you give for the cat prep?
It was approximately 60-65 marks.
60, 65 marks. Okay, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
truly said.
One more question which will come to you would be how you would talk about your long and short term goals. अगर हम short term goals की बात करते हैं तो
Hmm.
मान लीजिए 5 साल में, और
Hmm.
अगर लॉन्ग टर्म गोल्स की बात करते हैं मान लेते हैं 10 साल में, आप
Yeah.
कैसे प्लान कर रहे हैं, मतलब हाउ द दिस मैनेजमेंट जर्नी जो आप आई एम बैंगलोर जैसी या अहमदाबाद में होंगे, उसके बाद वो जर्नी में वो आपके लॉन्ग एंड शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स कैसे अलाइन है?
शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स जो करियर ट्रांजिशन मुझे चाहिए, प्लस जो पुश चाहिए प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट में, वो तो एविडेंट है बिकॉज ऑफ सर्टेन डायरेक्टली स्टैटिस्टिकल चीज़ों के दिख रही हैं वो। और लॉन्ग टर्म आई हैवंट थॉट दैट फार अभी। वो ट्रांजिशन मेरे लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है, एंड गेटिंग दो
As a
स्किल
teacher,
सेट्स।
I'm just telling the whole thing should be linear. For
ओके।
example, your position, your present,
या
your future, whether it is a short term or a long term, and this I am journey. So ये
या
linear नहीं है. So there is some confusion.
या
So see, basically, when we are talking about any MBA, why MBA is a very important question.
यस सर।
Second is why you are choosing them. For example, let's say you're
यस।
sitting for a specific business school, whether it is a Harvard or Wharton, whatever it is. Why are you choosing them? Number three question, most important thing is uh, your long and short term goals. Basically, what they are doing is they are looking at your past, present, and the future. They are trying to see how linearly everything is placed. Uh, are you connected right now, Nishan? Um, I think net is breaking up. Nishant, are you connected?
Why? Yes, sir. I'm connected.
अच्छा, okay. चलो ठीक है निशान. Anything else you want to talk about mentally if people are going for this journey? So the last question from me is,
Yeah.
um, and we'll wind up this session. Mentally how we should be preparing. That is, say big tension, एक मैराथन रन करना है तो
Mm.
एक टेंशन तो हमेशा ही रहेगा. तो मेंटली क्या क्या करें कि
Uh,
योगा करें या रनिंग करें, वट एवर यू मिस है.
ओके सर, ऑनेस्टली अगर मैं बताऊं अभी जो मेरी जर्नी है कैट के बाद, एंड ऑनेस्टली आई एम टेलिंग यू माय इंटरव्यू स्किल्स आर नॉट दैट ग्रेट, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव स्टार्टेड सो अर्ली।
नहीं,
मेरी
दैट्स नॉट द
एप्टीट्यूड
पॉइंट।
वाली चीजें ठीक है, मुझे पता है वो। सो या आई
नहीं,
एम
ये
कनेक्टिंग
निशान,
दैट टू
निशान ये
द कैट
आप ही
पे।
नहीं है, ये
या
आप ही नहीं है। आप आज की डेट में ना
हाँ
किसी भी इंजीनियर से बात करिए, किसी भी, अ, देखिए, आप ना हमेशा स्टूडेंट क्या समझता है जब भी वो इंटरव्यू के लिए जाता है, what student thinks is they should project their best. ओके, मैं
यस सर।
जब इंटरव्यू के लिए जाऊंगा मैं कहूंगा कि मेरा बेस्ट प्रोजेक्शन दिखना चाहिए, मतलब जो भी मैं बेस्ट दिखा सकूं। लेकिन सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात क्या होता है कि
हाँ
फिटमेंट होता है, फिटमेंट। मतलब एक बिजनेस स्कूल आपको
हाँ
बेस्ट पर्सन, वो नोबेल प्राइज विनर को नहीं सिलेक्ट करेगा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स से यू आर ए नोबेल प्राइज विनर इन फिजिक्स, लेट्स से you wouldn't be selected for IIM. Reason
यस सर।
being, they are not choosing the best, they are choosing the fitment. अब फिटमेंट का मतलब क्या है? देखो, पहला सबसे बड़ी फिटमेंट है इंटेलेक्चुअल इक्विटी। इंटेलेक्चुअल आप क्या इक्विटी प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, क्या आप उस ग्रुप में लाएंगे। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट सेकंड पॉइंट होता है डाइवर्सिटी। Why engineers or people will not be much more, I would say, having more points. I would say a fashion designer or any other known engineer, people will be much more preferred. Reason being, they bring diversity to the group. So the point what I'm saying is, look at the whole thing as a fitment. जैसे मैं एग्जांपल आपको देता हूँ, आप मान लेते हैं आप अपना एक घर के लिए झाड़ू मारने वाला ले रहे हैं, the person who will clean your house, let's say. And the person who comes for
हाँ
the interview says,
यस सर।
I'm a gold medalist in my graduation. Now, just tell me, you are choosing a person to clean your house. So, what he's saying to you is he's putting his best foot forward. कि मैं तो gold medalist हूँ सर graduation में. So, the point what I'm saying is try to see from their eyes. वो क्या क्या देख रहे होंगे? वो देख रहे होंगे इंटेलेक्चुअल इक्विटी, नंबर टू डाइवर्सिटी, नंबर थ्री सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, आप यहाँ पे मान लेते हैं हम अहमदाबाद में जा रहे हैं या बैंगलोर में जा रहे हैं या कलकत्ता में जा रहे हैं, आर यू विद गुड विद नंबर्स? क्योंकि अब वो पढ़ाएंगे, उसमें क्वांट है, उसमें मैथ्स है। आर यू हैविंग दैट नैक ऑफ मैथ्स, जिसे कहें नंबर आदमी, नंबर का आदमी है ये चीज भी
या
देखेंगे। सो दे विल ट्राई टू सी जो उनका सिलेबस है या कुरिकुलम है, आर यू एबल टू, विल यू बी एबल टू हैंडल इट। वो इस एस्पेक्ट को देखेंगे, मतलब बेसिकली वो हर चीज वो देख रहे हैं
यस सर।
जो उनकी फिटमेंट में है। rather than ऐसे समझ लीजिए सारी कहानी, ताला और चाबी। एक चाबी, एक ताले के लिए चाबी सबसे बेस्ट नहीं होनी चाहिए।
समझ गया।
यू अंडरस्टैंड?
यस, सही
चलिए,
होनी चाहिए।
करेक्ट। तो
या
फिटमेंट होता है। चलिए निशांत, वाज ग्रेट टॉकिंग टू यू। और
हाँ।
अ, अब बाकी बात हम व्हाट्सएप पे करते हैं,
शुड आई
एंड आई विल गिव ए
एंड
कॉल।
विथ समथिंग?
हाँ जी,
Okay. Should I end with something? Like
हाँ
you were
कोई
telling
इसको,
like how should be the mentality and all.
हाँ जी।
Yeah.
एक्चुअली अभी बच्चों
So
को मैं
as
एक
per
एक
CAT,
निशांत,
as
जस्ट अ मिनट। हाँ, एक मिनट, हाँ आप
uh,
बोलिए, बोलिए, बोलिए।
yeah.
या
Yeah,
प्लीज
someone has mentioned attitude is what matter most. Yeah,
करेक्ट।
this is the important thing. Like आपका attitude सबसे important है. Like if you will give up in mid of the journey, आएगा। आप मानोगे नहीं, मेरा सिंगल डिजिट में बहुत बार स्कोर गया। एक मतलब मेरा क्वांट में एक बार सिंगल डिजिट स्कोर चला गया था। एंड इट कैन हैपन टू एनीवन, लाइक इन द बेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल। सो गिव अप नहीं करना है थ्रू आउट द जर्नी। कीप अप द पेस, टॉक टू योर मेंटर्स व्हेनेवर यू आर डाउन। डोंट डोंट क्विट, दैट्स इट, दैट आई विल से। वो हो जाएगा। कभी कभी लगता है कि वी आर लूजिंग द बैटल एंड ऑल, बट इफ वी विल स्टे इन द गेम, वी विल बी देयर। बस इतना ही है और कुछ नहीं। लाइक लीव नहीं
ग्रेट
करना
पॉइंट,
है बीच में,
छोड़ना नहीं।
छोड़ना नहीं है बीच में, भिड़ जाना है।
करेक्ट। चलिए निशांत, great talking to you, and big congrats from our side. And not only that, we would like to see you in A, B, C, जो भी आप whatever the things you are aiming for, we
Yes,
would
sir.
expect you to be there. Chalo, see you
Thank you, sir.
and
It was a
good.
great talking to you.